or let's try to understand them. Let's establish a dialogue. This is something that I don't understand. And look what is happening. Look what is happening.
Islam, زیر بیرق Islam.
Everyone here wants to go home.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. Foreign Minister Sadegh Khopsadeh left Tehran this morning for a campaign trip to Azerbaijan. He held a news conference at the airport and told reporters Iran will not be moved by pressure from the United States. He also said an international tribunal to investigate the regime of the deposed Shah would not automatically bring about the release of the American hostages. The tribunal was discussed with UN Secretary General Kurt Waldheim during Waldheim's visit here. According to Khopsadeh, only the former Shah's return will free the hostages. Last night, the Ayatollah Khomeini responded to offers of military assistance from the Soviet Chargé d'Affaires in Mexico. Khomeini denounced the Soviet offer, saying it was unwanted and insulting. He warned the Russians to stay out of Iran's affairs. Khomeini said that reports that he had asked for assistance from Russia were false. He said if the Soviets persist in this matter, Iran would be forced to review its relationship between the two countries. Reporting from the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, Elaine Bally.
Are the hostages in danger?
No. As flatly as that, no. Well, I'm sure they're not. I've seen many of them. I saw them on Christmas Eve. I'm in contact with the students at the embassy. Like, for example, an impression given of these students are a bunch of criminals and hoodlums, and nothing really could be more unfair than that. I have a friend there who was in the States for a long time, graduated and just came back. Another one of them is a fifth-year student at the College of Engineering. These are students. Great pain and concern had caused them to do that, but they're branded as communists and radicals and stupids and mobs and what have you continuously. Those students would not, I think, harm a fly. Besides, they promise to be in line with the Imam, which they are, and Imam and Islam are against harming people, especially those 50 there.
Can you tell me why you made the decision to take over the U.S. Embassy compound?
After the glorious victory of the Islamic Revolution and after the Shah fled the country, we still saw hands of foreign domination in our country. The Shah, all during his regime, was the puppet of the United States. The Shah was brought into power in the year 1953 by a coup d'etat engineered by the United States. And from that time, he did nothing but destroy and ruin our country. In one day that year, he killed 15,000 people in the streets. Last year, during our revolution, he massacred more than 60,000 of our people, and he left 100,000 handicapped and injured behind.
The ex-Shah, with his secret police known as Savak, held a reign of terror over the people of Iran. Many inhuman things were done to them, such as burning, electrocuting, drilling, and so on. It will be hard to believe in America that many people were imprisoned or killed for carrying books written by Dr. Ali Shariati, Imam Ali Abi Talib, and Mehdi Bazargan during the Shah's rule. But this was very frequent occurrence.
5 years ago, all the members of the family were taken to prison. I was also taken in, and I spent 4 years in the prison. Everybody was taken prisoner, even the children. I had a grandson age 3, a boy age 9, a girl age 13, and we were all taken to the prison. I spent 3 years in the prison myself. For 3 months, I was in the single cell. I was tortured for quite a while. They whipped me, they hanged me in the front of my daughter. At that time, she was pregnant, so they could not beat her. So instead, they would hang and beat me. They also tortured her husband in front of her. There was no particular reason. In fact, it was generally because we helped the Mujahideen organization and because our children belonged to the Mujahideen, that we were taken prisoners and sentenced in long term in prison. They were dangerous to the secret police, Sawak, and the regime of the Shah because they believed in the anti-imperialist struggle, and they believed that the Shah was the servant of the American government, and he would do anything for the interest and goals of the American government, from torturing and killing and anything that you would think he would do. My brother Mehdi and others whose pictures you see on the wall up there were tortured because they would stand and make a defense in the court. They told him, if you do not say anything in this court, we will simply put you in front of the firing squad. But if you speak, we shall kill you under torture. These were the reasons. The anti-imperialist struggle of the Mujahideen members was the reason that Sawak was afraid of them.
اجازه گرفته.
Refused to mention his name. He was for a period of 11 years, 6 years of it in Iran, and for a 5-year period he operated in the United States from New York, gathering information on the activities of the students in the United States, their tendencies, the reason for their tendencies toward leftist groups and their activities against the government of Iran, and he would report these to the officials of Savak and the government.
You know, I have been a military surgeon, and 3 years before I retired from Army, Shah Army, I mean. My job was as a chairman of digestive tract surgery department of Army. And that hospital that I work also was the center of urology. Therefore, we got artificial kidney in that hospital. I remember 4 years before, just a young student was in jail of Savak jail, was tortured and burned their foot, just carbonized all the legs and foot, and therefore he was in a deep coma. The Savak people brought him to our hospital to be under hemodialysis, or I mean artificial kidney, to again to come out from the deep coma, you know, and again torture him for some informations, you know, but that man did.
What had been done to him?
I don't know. It was, you know, deep burning. I don't know, but what kind and how it was burned. But I have heard they have got something like oven in Savak, just to use to burn the people.
Have you heard about any of the other kinds of things that they used to use?
Yes, you know, they pull out the nails They cut hands, legs. The most comfortable torture was burning by cigarette fire. You know, that's very comfortable, you know, very easy. Anyhow, that's a very, torture is very obvious. Many people, we got many people evident for these tortures of Savak. I think as a doctor, that Shah was suffering by a disease, mental disease, we call that sadism. Really he was sick.